Little unfortunate for these guys. First match, they don't get to have the full graphics, but of course, plenty of more Rocket League to be played throughout the season, plenty of more chances to see those graphics in action. But for now, let's get straight in to the first kickoff. Oppenheimer up against Donnie Sharko, and let's real quick just pop open the scoreboard where you'll see for Blackwatch, Plaid, Grubbies, and Oppenheimer up against for Chaotic Potential, Donnie Sharko, and Kakarando. So it's going to find its way back over into the blue. Donnie doing a good job at just maintaining possession. Kaku trying to come in, not quite able to get a shot, but a 50 met. And it's going to be a boom back downfield. Oppenheimer trying just to get this going, but it's honestly just Grubbies trying to get a touchback over towards goal. Ooh, and Donnie going to do a great job at just managing to maneuver that away, and Oppenheimer almost going to pull off a fadeaway shot. It's just a little too slow, and that allows Donnie Sharko to get back in time for it, where he's now just going to be booming this one downfield. Oppenheimer trying to take advantage, but not quite able to do it in time. Grubbies now trying to boom downfield, and with a demo onto Kakarando, that's going to be an easily swept up first goal for Blackwatch, Plaid, and just look at this. Grubbies, just a nice crisp shot, and immediately the demo coming through exactly what needs to happen, and Donnie Sharko, no way to get back up in time for that one. So a minute expired, the first goal scored. And we're already seeing a lead on the blue side. However, 4 minutes to play with, and here in the 4-man version of Rocket League, goals aren't exactly hard to come by, but they are going to have to find a way through that defense, and right now, seems like Blues going for the best defense is a good offense plan, as Blackwatch Plaid doing a good job at just trying to maintain possession. Even there, Oppenheimer forcing a 50 and flicking that ball over to the right wall. Donnie meeting in a 50, and that is going to deny the ball from being centered up, keeping it back over towards this corner for a little bit longer, and Oppenheimer does get a lob over, managing to maintain some possession in this orange end, grabbing a full boost for the effort as well, but with that shot passed, going to have to fall back and take this 1v1 on the wall, which he will win. So it's back downfield. Oppenheimer doesn't quite have the positioning nor the boost to try to get up for a touch there, and Grubbies trying to read out against Kakarando's approach is not quite able to get the prediction. You can see there, just going for it, goes for a pre-flip, and Kakarando had faked off the ball, the quick shot denied, and that is going to be an equalized game, 1-1, 3 minutes left. Donnie does see that that ball's gone over towards him off the kickoff, and now with 2 minutes expired, it's shot straight back downfield over to the orange. Kakarando wants to play this out, and Grubbies just looking to pass it back over to the teammate, but Oppenheimer forced to play back a bit of a more defensive stance. It's Kakarando firing off another shot, but just barely missing over into the corner. Oppenheimer, a nice little lob over into the corner, and Grubbies wants to try to follow that one through, but ends up just touching it down to Kakarando, but not ending up mattering too much. Able to play that one back upfield immediately, and actually Grubbies in a very nice spot, but Kakarando a good block. Defense strong, as we are still in an equalized game here. It is definitely Kakarando's ball now, and actually Oppenheimer trying to turn and get back to that in time. Not quite enough boost to try to follow anything with it, and Donnie trying to get up for that pass, and Kakarando a very nicely placed one centering straight in front of the goal, and fortunately just not going to work out. Oppenheimer falling back, gets a touch to hit it back over towards this blue corner, so a little bit more of a defensive stance, but they've allowed these orange offenders to get too close, and that's going to be Kakarando taking his second and putting Chaotic Potential into the lead. What a very nicely placed shot, just follows that one all the way up, and the moment it's down under that top crossbar, sinks it in, and manages to get that lead going into this 3rd minute. Or should I say 4th minute? No, I was right. Never mind. But Donnie Sharko looking to play that one out, and Oppenheimer now just going to be allowed to take a 1v1. Kakarando waiting back towards the goal. He's just trying to set up, and Oppenheimer tries to do a fake flick off the ball, and Kakarando just going to read that too well, managing to adjust in and managing to follow it all the way downfield to secure himself a hat trick. And like it, a 2-goal lead for Chaotic Potential. Blackwatch Plaid struck first, but they have not been able to strike again. It's been very nicely played from the Orange so far, managing just to keep a firm grasp on this ball, lock up those lines of attack, and not allow any boomers to come through onto their end. They've been pressuring this ball over towards that blue goal so much and just not really giving any room to breathe. And with that bump coming through, Kaku's going to be able to push up even more, and Donnie Sharko's there to secure, but it's not even going to be needed as Kakurondo doing it all himself, a fourth on the board as he just lobs that one straight in, bounces off the ceiling, and there's just no way after the misread from Grubbies for anybody to get up in time for that one. So now, a hat-trick lead for Chaotic Potential, and Kakurondo, ooh, a nice early shot towards the goal. It was a little bit of a weird kickoff, nobody going for it from Blue. But straight back over off the wall. Oh, Oppenheimer finding himself on the receiving end of a demo that leaves just Grubbies here in a 1v2, but not going to be able to deny that boomer, so the ball finding its way back into the blue, and Kakurondo just going to slap it in once again. 5-1. A dominating start here to game one. And Blackwatch Plaid, they got to be asking themselves what is going wrong right now. We're just allowing way too many shots over towards this goal and just allowing themselves to give up too much ground. Donnie Sharko not quite able to hit that shot. That's going to find its way over towards the blue goal yet again. Looks like he might yet have another shot at it, and a pinch comes through to clear it away. Kakurondo getting that ball back over towards mid. Now Donnie Sharko, ooh, going to have a little bit of a touch off that corner, and oh, Kakurondo barely getting back in time. Oppenheimer was trying just to go up and shotgun that one over the line, but able to get back in time to save it, showing that he's not only proficient at scoring, he can deny a few goals himself. But with only 10 seconds left to go, it looks like that will be game one getting wrapped up for Chaotic Potential, taking it 5-1. And Blackwatch Plaid gonna have to reassess, come into game two, and see if they can make a change. Straight into game two, we saw Chaotic Potential take the first one, and they're going to be looking to try to get themselves up to match point. Blackwatch Plaid having a minute to just reconsider, look at their options, and now they're going to be coming out here looking for that equalizing game, making it a 1-1. Of course, a best of 5. If they do that, we'll make it essentially a best of 3. Grubbies just going to be playing this patiently for now, knows that there could be a very dangerous opportunity, and oh my goodness, he's so close to just sneaking that one into the goal, but it can't quite find the box. It's back over to Kakurondo, and we know how dangerous this man has been on the offense, and he flicks it past one, sets it up beautifully, and that's a way for Donnie Sharko to get a first. What a nice little passing play. Kakurondo just sends it high, and Grubbies, what is he supposed to do there? It's just sky high above him. He would have to backflip aerial to get to that one, and unfortunately it just gets sunk in before he can start anything. 28 seconds. It's going to be Grubbies up against Donnie, and it's one out by Grubbies, so back over into this orange half. The ball getting powered down the field, and Oppenheimer trying to get back in time to clear it away, but not quite going to be able to. It's going to be up to Grubbies. He is going to get the initial touch. Oppenheimer trying to see if he can get some sort of pinch off that aggressor, but oh no, this is disastrous. It's centering straight up in front of the goal, and that is going to do it for Kakurondo. He just sinks it straight in, and you can tell there is just a little bit of a just not knowing what to do with the ball in that situation there from Grubbies, just trying to see if he can get something going, and then by the time Oppenheimer tries to get up there and help out, it is too far gone. But they are only down by 2. A minute expired. Still plenty of time for Blackwatch Plaid to find some way to get an arrow through this armor. But oh my goodness, oh, so close, and this time he's going to secure the cigar. Nothing is going to stop the orange side right now as they get a hat trick to go up 3-0. And right now it's just the blue side, Blackwatch Plaid, looking absolutely flummoxed here in their own end. They just don't know what they can do to stop these quick passing plays. These quick, I mean, even when they're not going for passing plays, it's just Kakurondo trying to go for a solo play. And I mean, we saw how many he was able to get out of the first game, so definitely it's a threat. Is going to save that one as well. A very nice little shot from Oppenheimer denied. Back over into the midfield, and For once, Kakarando going to catch the ball in a little bit of an awkward spot. Oppenheimer going up to try and get it away, and he is going to start, but a 50 forced out, and that leaves Grubby's the lone man back. Donnie Sharko trying to come through with a goal, and it's just too slow. Don't believe it was quite on target either, but regardless, Oppenheimer and Grubby's now both here on the defense, trying to start up some sort of strong attack, and just not going to be able to do it. Kakarando denies. And you can tell, I think, over on the blue side, you can just tell as Donnie Sharko comes in to get a hat trick for himself. It is just... they just don't know what to do right now over on Blackwatch Plaid. They did not expect the speed of play to come out. Definitely Chaotic Potential are showing, well, for lack of a better word, some damn good potential, but they are certainly dominating their way through this match right now. It's not over, not even if this game does slip away, it's not over, but definitely has to be something, and an initial touch, and that's going to be the first one for Grubby's. Very nicely placed into that goal, goes up for the aerial. Kakarando not quite sure what he wants to do with that one, flicks it up just to try to deny a shot, and that ends up centering the ball for the first of 4 that is needed from Blackwatch Plaid in order to get themselves up to an overtime situation. Chaotic Potential definitely not going to let themselves off the gas, and just like that, Kakarando steals it right back, and that has got to be heartbreaking over on the blue side. They worked so hard to get that first goal on board, and just like that, the lead is back. 4 goals in the lead now for Chaotic Potential. Donnie Sharko goes for the kickoff, ends up leaving it for Kakarando, and now the ball finding its way over towards this blue box, but Oppenheimer able to get it away initially. Donnie Sharko trying to fight a 50 and ends up losing it back over towards this wall. Oppenheimer going for a reversal up the wall, trying to see if he can get something out in time for his teammate. Not going to be able to do it. Grubby's follows with a touch, but it's Oppenheimer to have to fall away. Grubby's now with the ball in midfield. It's a 1v1 against Donnie Sharko. He gets an initial aerial, but it's too easy of a save for the Sharkman, as now it's Oppenheimer in a 1v2. Kakarando denying that initial touch, but still here on the wall. Oppenheimer taking his bet against the second player. But Grubby's going to follow here, and now it's centering over towards mid. Only 2 minutes to play with, but that is enough time. I mean, we've seen how many goals that at least Chaotic Potential can score in that time, so definitely it's within the realm of possibility, but needs to be some sort of tightening up here on the offense for Blackwatch Plaid. There's just too many holes in the armor, and that is heartbreaking to see. Just unfortunate touching it in along their own goal line, but a very nicely placed shot there from Kakarando just to get it over in front of the ball, in front of the goal, forcing that tense situation where they know if they leave this ball, a follow-up player is going to come through and sink it in. But it is just like watching, it's like watching Magnus Carlsen play a 12-year-old who's never played chess right now. It is absolutely dominant on this pitch right now. It just seems like everything that Chaotic Potential wants to do is just working out for them. I'm getting some packet loss. Hopefully that's not happening for everybody in the server. Hopefully that's just an Austin issue. But really, I mean, I believe this is tier 5, and I say I believe because, of course, I can't double check right now. IGL is down. I will pop back over in the break to see if I can check that. I do believe it was sent in DM, but tier 5, definitely there is at least some semblance of a power imbalance in this game, because really 6-1, I believe that was the score in the first game as well. It was either 6-1 or 5-1, and regardless, it has just been double-digit goals in the first 2 games here from the orange side. And I mean, you got to feel for Blackwatch Plaid. They're coming into their first game of the season. We don't know how much practice any of these teams have had, but I mean, it's been a chaotic last year, so you can't really blame anybody for how much time they spent playing Rocket League, whether they grinded it or had to take a break. But right now, this is looking like it's going to take a Herculean effort as the Brazil gets scored as well, just to add some insult to injury. Donnie Sharko is showing up as well, and you thought from the first game maybe Kakarando is just here to try to carry the team through, but definitely Donnie Sharko showing that he has some stuff to show. And I mean, over on Blackwatch Plaid, Oppenheimer, Grubbies, we've seen, again, moments of brilliance, flashes of those team plays. I mean, even these aerials, Grubbies has been doing a good job at getting those initial touches, trying to go up, just land his car, at least positioning-wise, near the ball, but it seems like the speed that Chaotic Potential's approaching it with is proving troublesome. They go up 2-0, putting themselves on match point. A reverse sweep now needed for Blackwatch Plaid to salvage the match. Chaotic Potential sitting up at 2-0 now at match point. Blackwatch Plaid going to need a reverse sweep to take this match. And right now, Kakarando's stalling the ball in mid. Oppenheimer goes to chase. Ends up getting a full boost for the trouble, has to fall off a bit, and now he's trying to make a solo play, starts to get the aerial going, but Donnie interrupts. It's back over mid, Grubby's setting up to try to touch that off, and actually I think Oppenheimer's approach managed to fake it out for him a bit, as you could tell the defender's a little slow to that one. Kakarando does get it over to the wall. Oppenheimer's shot going to be denied as well, but right now he's trying to set up for another, and it's just going to be touched away. Grubbies has to fall back to try and defend this. Kakarando wants to chase it into a goal. It's centering up mid. Donnie Sharko's there, but he can't find the net. It's over to the blue corner. And now Donnie trying just to chase this ball back into his own end, not allow any sort of openings for the blue side to take advantage of. Kakarando going to boom downfield. It's a lob, actually, and not even going to be needed by the teammate, as Kakarando, the lob just going to connect. And nobody on Blackwatch Plaid going to be able to get back, get up in time. Grubbies tries to stop the initial touch, doesn't know it's going to be going quite that high, and by the time it finds its way into the net, it is too far gone for Oppenheimer. A minute expired. Nobody actually going up for that initial one. Grubby's waiting back, and that allows Donnie Sharko to take a very aggressive position. Opens up the goal for Oppenheimer, but luckily Kakarando back in time. Back over off the right wall, and Donnie Sharko chasing it up mid. It's boomed downfield. And Cock trying to follow that one fast, and ooh, gets it straight off that clear. A nice job from him, but the demo onto Grubby is going to add insult to injury, and now Donnie Sharko, a nice half flip just to get back, start getting himself in front of this ball, but it's going to be Kakarando to touch away. Luckily, no bump there from the defenders. Could have definitely opened up the door for an equalizer, but right now, Donnie Sharko back over towards mid, trying to chase this ball down, and Kakarando taking the life of Grubbies yet again. And Donnie, he's playing this one slow. He is just trying to take that one up onto his car. He wanted to get a nice little dribble started, but unfortunately was not allowed. Grubbies going to take a shot at goal, and that is going to do it. Nicely placed. Grubby's trying to take advantage of the wide open net. Can't quite connect the first shot, but leaves it just in time where he's able to get there, get a nice flip into it, and secure the equalizer. So with 2 minutes gone, we find ourselves back at an equalized scoreline. Kakarando gets the ball deep into the blue off the bat, but falls back for boost. Doesn't initially grab that full, so he has to double back. Now it's Donnie Sharko on the wall. Gets it up high. Not a ton of boost there from him, and he tries to recover it midair. But it is going to be a losing battle, and somehow they find the way back over into mid with the ball, and it's going to be denied by Oppenheimer. Kakarando to follow. He is able to touch it off the right side, and oh, they're just trying to find anything they can to get a shot on this goal. But so far, neither team being able to take that lead. It was, of course, Chaotic Potential to go up 1-0, but now Oppenheimer gets a pogo shot over Donnie, but does not manage to break past the Kakarando wall in the goal. Oppenheimer now trying to do a nice clear, but look at that. Kakarando gets up in time, touches it over to mid to try to get a back pass off of the clear. And if that turned into a goal, that was just going to be phenomenal. But you know what? He gets it nonetheless. Donnie Sharko, a nice pass just into the corner, bounces it over towards mid. A very nice bounce off that corner, and Kakarando just stalls the ball behind the defender. And that's going to be the first lead in the second half, favoring Chaotic Potential, so Blackwatch Plaid has to equalize yet again. And Grubby is not quite sure what's happening, but he's over in the corner. Might be a controller issue, might be a hardware issue, but oh my goodness, Oppenheimer doesn't even need him. Sinks it from the midfield with an aerial play, And Grubbies, I mean, if you're gonna have issues, I mean, that's the time to do it when your teammate is ready to absolutely activate. So in the final 100 seconds, Oppenheimer equalizes the game, and now 2-2. They need one more to get themselves into game number 3. Or game number 4, sorry, and keep themselves alive. Oppenheimer wants to try to secure something here, but with no boost, he is just going to wait, and unfortunately, Grubby's not going to be able to get an initial touch either. Kakarando gets only that one small pad and manages to force a boom off the wall. Donnie Sharko dead, though. And that's going to leave just Grubby's here in the blue. Has the ball. Oppenheimer already back. A minute to play with. Any goal scored now could definitely mean the end of the match, and unfortunately, the clear's not going to connect, and a pass straight over to Donnie. Luckily, not going to cost them anything, as Blackwatch Plaid definitely playing with fire here with a few of these touches away. But Kakarando to hit back upfield. Oppenheimer bouncing back off. That gets it over to Grubbies, but he can't quite find the net. It's over into the corner. Donnie fighting it. Over into mid. Oppenheimer takes the ball, gets it past one. Kakarando's the only one, but he's going to win that fight, or at least manage to force it into a more favorable situation. 25 seconds. Donnie Sharko gets the ball. It's over into the corner. It's a 1v1 right now, but Oppenheimer stops. Gets that ball back over into the corner. Donnie's still here, still trying to fight for this. But it is just a back and forth affair off this wall, and there's only 11 seconds left to play with. Kakarando finds the ball. This is going to be dangerous in the blue end, and they can't deny it! Oh my goodness, and the low 5 as well, just to celebrate along the goal line. And Kakarando flips it towards the net. Oppenheimer just cannot get up in time to deny it. And there's 4 seconds left on the clock. A 1-goal lead for Chaotic Potential. A kickoff necessary for Blackwatch Plaid, and it's Grubbies with the ball. He finds it in the corner. They need to keep this high, and he's just not able to do it. That's Chaotic Potential going to be the winners of their first IGL Winter 2021 match, and that will do it.